Well, it's that time again where I want to do just a little check-in video on what's going on. So, we are struggling a little bit, but I got this, okay? Right now, because I've been getting so close to this 200-pound mark, I have been getting to a point of where I'm starting to think about what I want to do for my birthday meals coming up. And of course, I want them to be non-keto. Like I said, I've pushed this so hard. I've worked hard. I deserve to take a little bit of time off, get back on it when I get back from Florida, and then push through to 240. That's what I want to do. But because of all this thought about coming to the end and getting closer and closer to the goal, it's making my stomach jump the gun a bit. And what it's doing is it's getting to a point right now where it's just like, oh, I'm hungry now. Let's go. Let's go ahead and get something in us. And I keep on going, no, we don't need anything in it. And he's like, okay, well, if I can't have that stuff yet, let's go ahead and get some keto stuff. I know you got some keto ice creams in there that have been in there for months because I've been refusing to eat them. I got pepperoni in there that I could have. I could make some keto pizzas right now. God, would that be amazing? Keto pizzas are freaking delicious. But I'm refusing. I'm refusing very, very hard to do anything right now. I'm trying to keep myself low, trying to keep myself just sticking to the waters, trying to just keep it calm. But it's such a reminder as to the beginning of this whole thing, where you can go ahead and you can tell yourself that you're going to diet and that you're going to have a set plan of what you want to do and yada, yada, yada. And that's all fine and good. But until your mental state is at a point of where you realize what you've done to your body and what you need to do to get yourself out of the situation that you got yourself in, it's really, really hard to really fully complete a diet. Because I remember so many times of where I would be at this point in week 2 or 3 of a diet, and I'd be like, okay, I can have a little something. And then eventually that little something turns into just a little bit more later, and a little bit more, and then I'm back to where I was. Diets halt during moments like what I'm in right now. But because I've awoken from the nightmare that I was in, of where I was so blind to stuff, I can tell myself defiantly, no, you don't need this. You're fine. I can just have my water. But it's just such a weird mental battle of just having this constant voice coming from your stomach, essentially, just saying, come on, just have a little bit more, just have a little bit of something. I'm starving here. Come on, man. You can give me something, right? It's just, you gotta stick true. You gotta tell it no. You gotta be an asshole to yourself if you really, truly want to accomplish something. Back in the day, some of the food that I would have at night in a moment like this, where it's 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, back when I would live at home, I'd have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or maybe some toast, along with cottage cheese, along with, if there was just regular cheese, I'd have some of that with it. If we had a lot of chips and Pringles and stuff like that, I'd grab a little bit of everything. Why not? If we had Twinkies, oatmeal cream pies, stuff like that, I'd only limit myself to one of those. But it'd usually be the big size, not the tiny ones. Later on, if I was, once I got hungry again, 2 hours later, because that's what happened, I would eventually go get more pizza. If there was leftover pizza, I'd have some of that, or a bowl of cereal. I would just look back on it, and I just feel so stupid that I let myself do that. And then I look at where I am now, where I am in the exact same feeling. The exact same feeling. The stomach's empty, saying, fill me. But I can tell it no. I can tell it defiantly no. I have no problem doing that. I'm at a point where I can realize that I don't need food. I don't need that right now. I need food in the morning. I need that in 8 hours from now. That's when I'll have my first shake. And it makes me feel good because I'm at this point now where I never really thought I'd be able to get to, that I would be this mentally strong and this mentally awoken. It's good. It's good. It's a good thing. But it is tough. It's incredibly hard because right now I have to be that jerk to myself and tell myself that I don't need to go get something. Getting a piece of keto pizza would be amazing right now, but that's about another 3 carbs that I do not need in my diet right now. It's not something that I would need. It's not something I need at this point in time, at this time of night. If this is like 1 o'clock and I'm starving, sure, I could have something. I could burn that off during the day, but this would just turn straight to fat when I'm sleeping. It's pointless. There's no reason for it. I can just have the water. And I feel like anybody who tries to start a diet, if you can't get yourself behind this type of mindset, then you're kind of dooming yourself to fail eventually. Because I feel like I'm at a point of being so awoken to what I was doing wrong, and I'm so ashamed of what I was that there's no way that I would go back. We're knocking on wood on that. But it's definitely something that I want to try and stay as true to as possible. It's just been a rough couple weeks with this starving, and I wanted to catalog it kind of in this diary series that I have, that I'm struggling, but yet I'm mentally strong. And that if I do have a day where I am struggling, that this is a reminder to myself that you don't need it. It is just your body telling you that you think you need it, but you don't. And personally, I wish that there was a drug out there. I know Lipozene kind of does it because it's kind of like a pill that swells up in your stomach and makes you feel less full. But just like a craving curber. Craving curver. Yeah, that. Where you kind of just have your cravings kind of subsided and you feel full. I like that idea of a pill. Whether they'll ever really develop one, I don't know. But then again, lap bands do the same thing, except I would never do that. I've tried to do this without surgery as much as possible, and I'm thinking I'm doing a pretty good job so far. But yeah, just wanted to make this a little diary entry for tonight. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but I definitely wanted to add it because I'm proud of myself for being able to tell myself no, for being able to stay strong, and to recognize when things are happening. Being able to recognize the rights and the wrongs in a diet is part of the battle, and it just shows how committed I am to this. So yeah, if you have nights like this, no, you're not alone, bud. You're not alone, okay? Because trust me, we all have these days. We all have them. We're all pushing each other. We're all trying to do this together. And hopefully we can help push those around us as well. I know I'm actively trying to push a couple of people to try and watch what they're doing a little bit more. But so long as people don't realize what they're putting into their bodies and what's going on, there's nothing you can really do. Hopefully this weekend I'll talk about the project, hopefully, when I hit 200 pounds. I promised I was going to talk about a project. And I really do want to talk about it because it's going to be a really, really cool project, I hope. But that is going to do it for this episode. Hopefully I will talk to you guys again on Sunday. I hope so. Weigh-ins have been moved to Saturdays, so I should have the video out Sunday, hopefully. But that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and learned something, or I don't know. Just thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys back here next week. Good night.